I mean, not like that. That was just amazing to me. I mean, I finished the song. I was like, oh my gosh, I did it. And then, I mean, they all started chanting my name. The amount of joy that was inside my body was just undescribable. It was so amazing, and I was filled with joy.
I am extremely happy with myself. I felt like I did everything to my ability. And if I could change one thing, it would be, I believe the music was a little overpowering, a little bit too loud. But other than that, I feel like I showed the world what kind of fairy I am, and I'm really happy with myself. I would tell the world I am living the dream, the magical fairy dream, and I feel like I'm showing the world what a music fairy is all about. I am very happy with myself, and you know, Simon and Howie may have not understood me, but who cares? I'm living the dream, and I'm really happy with myself, and I'm showing people to be their true selves.
We have been training all our life, but especially this performance was unique for tonight.
Yeah.
So
it's completely new.
Yeah.
We put all the things together to try to like impress and building.
So we were really nervous, and
yes.
The end was like, oh my God, please.
Please land on the mat.
And yeah. And what happened, Nico started to turn, and doesn't supposed to be that like that because it's really dangerous, but at the end was good. Like to be close to the audience is something like makes us feel like different because they are super close, they feel what we are feeling.
Hear our how we breathe, how we feel it, because it's like we need to build it up. If I would be in the other side, like watching a show, I like when the performance is over me and is there. So that's why we say like, okay, next time we will be there.
Well, actually, I don't compare myself with other magicians because we all different, but they are really great magicians. And then when I saw they are on the America's Got Talent, I was thinking, wow, I want to be there and I want to be great as much as they did, right? Yeah, so, well, you know, I'm always believing myself, hey, you can do it. There is nothing impossible, right? But when Howie say, hey, you deserve to perform your own show in Vegas, like, you know, like when somebody knows that you have talent and then they believe, like, you know, like you're prove yourself, you know, I was so happy. I decided to come to America's Got Talent since when I was in the army for the last 2 years. So I believe in myself, hey, you can do it. So let's make it happen. So I didn't prepare only one act. I prepared several things. And I don't know, a little bit shy to say, but I'm ready.
What beforehand, but once I start performing, I can't focus on fear, so I just perform, and I know English is my second language, so then I cannot go through too fast because people needed time to understand and digest my joke. So I was just pausing. That's my pace of stand-up.
You certainly shouldn't think about it during, and you just focus on the work. And Simon did end up buzzing me, and that's his prerogative, and all I can do is try to win him over again. Well, I was actually made in Sri Lanka, and I spent the first 4 years of my life on a shipping container, which landed in Fort Myers, and I ended up on a clearance rack. So that was the beginning of my life here in America.
The whole experience can be a bit, you get nervous, you know, through it, because it's just, there's all this amazing talent, you know, and then, you know, again, like what you said with the two Goldens, you know, but I just stay focused on that. I'm doing this to honor my brother, and this is the dream that he believed in me so much, you know, and even more than I did at times. So I carry that with me and it fuels me, you know. So whenever I do feel those nerves, I just think of him and that he would be so proud of me and that I'm doing it for him. And it just helps me get through it. You know, I feel that strength from him, you know. So when I first heard the song, it resonated really deep with me because it just talks about those different emotions you feel from a loss, you know, and when there's a part in it too that says, you know, it hurts so hard for a million different reasons, you know, and he took the best of my heart and left the rest in pieces. And I felt like that, you know, but now I feel like I can bring some, you know, I feel like I can celebrate him through this experience, you know.
Goodness, I keep telling everybody I came on the show for Simon. So to see him give us that standing ovation, for him to just give us that comment, you know, that let us know that, you know, we belong in this world and we had a mission, and to hear that mission accomplished. Oh man, I was just in awe. I just couldn't even believe that he said those words, but thank you. That just meant a lot for us. Like seriously, Simon comments means so much to us. So to hear him say something like that just really blew our minds. I know we're the Pack Drumline, but we are dancers, we are steppers, we do so much. So we just want to show everybody that we can incorporate way more than what you just see with these sticks. You know, rhythm is rhythm, whether you're using it with your mouth or your hands or your feet, it's all sounds and all comes down to these drums right here. I think we were just, you know, sitting there. I think we had like maybe 2 hours before set, and they just came up and was like, hey, you guys are kicking off the show. And we were excited. That's exactly, we either wanted to end the show or start the show, just with our type of energy. So the fact that we got those slots, you know, it just meant a lot to us.
I would love to do Michael Jackson. It's one of my favorite impressions, and I love Michael Jackson music. As you go, yeah. The thing is, it's been difficult to get that cleared with a show like AGT. There's a lot of stuff, and so yeah. But I mean, if we move on to the finals, I would love to be able to throw some MJ in there, maybe do a moonwalker. Well, I feel like with this act, we were really trying to showcase everything. And I feel like that might have been a little confusing for some people. At least I know Simon seemed to think that the production was maybe too heavy. He said that, you know, thank God for the production team because they made you look good. And the production team for AGT is fantastic. But I think after talking to some people afterwards, a lot of people weren't sure how much of that was actually real. And everything that you saw was real. I mean, there was no lip syncing, there was no miming. Every instrument Nathaniel was playing, and I was doing every voice. So what we would probably try to do is maybe translate that a little bit better in the next act. If we do move on to the finals, we want it to be very clear that we are doing what you see. And so we might actually strip some of the technology away to make it more raw and more us. Yeah.
I always tell people, you don't ever want to upset a songwriter because we'll write about it. And so we were in Nashville, and we were kind of meeting with a couple of industry friends, and they were like, can we be honest with y'all? And we were like, sure, that's what we want. And they were like, 3 Black girls in country music, it's a good gimmick. He was like, but it won't last. And it upset us so much because we were like, first of all, like we are from the deepest depths of Mississippi, okay? It don't get countryer.
I wanted to tell them all, just go spend a week in Poplarville, Mississippi.
So like, it almost doesn't get rednecker than us. And we kept coming to Nashville, and we kept showing up, we kept writing, and which was our inspiration for the girls are back in town. Like, you might knock us down, you might get us to leave town for a little bit, but we're gonna keep coming back. Like, the pressure cooker is cooking, okay?
Like we practiced all week, you know, we did like a dry run on the stage, but there's like no one in there. And then like we got ready to come out, and it was like, of course, like people all in. And then it like just blew my mind because like people were like standing up and waiting for us before we even started singing. And then like it kind of just turned into like just a Chapel Hart concert, and like everyone was there. They brought the energy, and it's hard not to have an amazing time whenever people are just showing that much love.
Literally the biggest pressure was, this was our first time doing choreography in front of the entire world. So talk about no pressure.
More than just like a little
hip shake.
We had moves.
I said earlier, I said it. Week number 2 contestants understood the assignment because they came with it this week.
Yes.
we all had to work for it this week. They just kept upping the game and upping the game. And so we're honored to be in week 2. Week 2 was a good week.
I definitely think anytime you do your original music, whether it's the first round, the last round, it is always a risk, because when people aren't used to hearing something that's mainstream or on the radio, I feel like they're a lot less accepting of it. But the response that we've gotten about our original music has just been insane. In the membrane. And we're those people that we like to give our fans what they want. And so they were like, we want to see y'all do more originals. And so we're like, you got it. Okay.
Yes. Oh. Also this week was harder this week because we did a sassier song too. Like I feel like America fell in love with us. They're like, oh, they're sweethearts. And then this week we're like, burn this honky talking to the ground. So this one was different, and we felt like our fans got to see another side of us tonight. And so there's probably some crazy lady somewhere in the boondocks like, them my girls. So,
yes. But I think the part that I really love about it is like, I know there's a lady somewhere in the boondocks there. I know there's some lady in some bougie mansion doing the exact same thing. And that is what we are here for, bringing everybody together.